Hello friends, I'm Heather. Welcome back to Belle's Library. Today we are going to be doing the Moody book tag. So I actually saw this on Heather's channel Bookables and thought it looked like a fun little tag to do. I believe the original creator I have here is Slanted Spines, so I will have both of those videos down below in case you guys want to kind of go check that out. But yeah, we're gonna go through these questions here, kind of have a nice little casual chit chat. We do have my little friend Rosie hanging out with us today as well. Pretty much always have one stuffed animal that my daughter decides is for my bed, and Rosie is it at the moment. It was Bunny Ballerina before that, so she kind of matches my lipstick, so it kind of works. But anyways, yeah, we've got 11 questions. We're just gonna kind of run through and talk about, I'm thinking mood reading. I honestly watched this tag video quite a while ago, so I don't totally remember any of the questions. But, you know, we're gonna have some fun with it. And before we get into all of these lovely questions, get on down below and click subscribe for me. Would love to have you guys be on my channel more so we can chit chat and I can get to know you and you can get to know me and it'll be all good. Also, we'll have my Instagram and Goodreads down below for you guys, so you can check me out over there as well. So let's go ahead and get into question number 1. Do you consider yourself a mood reader? Not really. I mean, sometimes I definitely am in the mood for something more than another thing, but if I let myself just be a mood reader and I didn't have a TBR, I would be lost. I would just be like, I want to read this and that and this and that and this and that, and I would never be able to make a decision, which is why I really enjoy having Belle's Bookland. It like gives me a list of like, these are the books you need to read, so read them, because otherwise I'd just be like, I would just have like 100 books I'd want to choose between and I just couldn't figure it out. As far as like sometimes I do have like a genre mood that I'm more in the mood for, but like I can still read outside of that genre and just still really enjoy the books. So I wouldn't consider myself a mood reader necessarily. Next question, do you set TBR lists and do you stick to them? So I do have my TBR game, Belle's Bookland, and so every month I have a TBR from that, and then I also usually have other TBR stuff on there that is outside of that, like if I have holds that are coming up for my library, or some buddy reads I have going on, or I want to read a book for a book club or something, I usually add that into my list for the month. And I try to stick to them the best that I possibly can. Sometimes, like, filming this in July, you might not see it until August. But I had so many books on my TBR this month. I think I have like probably like 20 between all of that. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to read all of that, but I'm going to try. So I mostly stick to them. I've only had to take punishments with Belle's Bookland 2 months. So that's, you know, really not great odds because I've only done it for like 6 months or something. Anyways, next question. Do books affect you emotionally? Does the mood of a book rub off on you? Yes and no. Okay, so do books affect me emotionally? Let's start there. Yes, they definitely can. I feel an impact from books, and if they can affect me emotionally, then I like the book even more a lot of times. And it's not even just like, does it make me cry? Because I've had books make me cry, for sure. Usually a couple, I think I had like 3 or 4 maybe last year, and I think I only have had one so far this year that's made me cry. But also like, sometimes books make me mad and it's not like necessarily that I'm mad at the book, but just like an intentional mad at the way society is or something. Or, you know, sometimes they make me happy or, you know, I don't know. So yes. Does the mood of a book rub off on me? I feel like not usually. Like if I'm getting mad at a character in a book or something, I'm not usually then angry in general in my life. So I don't know. I don't think that it affects my mood overall necessarily, but sometimes it can make me a little more thoughtful and introspective, and I might want to have more of a conversation about something that's going on in the book and how maybe it relates into real world type stuff. So that's maybe how that could rub off. Number 4, when you're feeling sad, do you like to read sad books, happy books, or neutral books? If I'm feeling sad, I probably would grab like a happy book. If I'm feeling sad, I don't think I really want to add to it. And I'm probably going to want to grab something that's a little bit lighter, like a rom-com or something, like just to kind of help lighten my mood a little. Maybe something with some romance just to like make my heart feel a little happier. And I can just kind of like escape into somewhere else and not be sad. I hate being sad, so I try my dangest to not be sad, and I just am a naturally very happy person, so it is very unusual for me to feel sad. So I don't have good mechanisms, I guess, for when I do get sad. I probably just hide away in my room. Next question. Most often do you use reading to escape, to learn, or to critically reflect? Probably mostly to escape. I read to enjoy because I like to read. I like to immerse myself into a story in a different world, and just like that's my relaxation. I enjoy those types of books, more of a fiction book that maybe I can learn something from or critically reflect every once in a while, but I don't want it to overwhelm and take over the entire story to where like I'm not enjoying it anymore either. I want there to be an enjoyment factor going on as well. Number 6, what is a book that made you laugh out loud? Okay, first book that just popped in my head was When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. I listened to this on audio, and I remember driving in the car and laughing quite a bit to that one. There's quite a few books I feel like that I've laughed to, but that's just one that pops in my head right now. Next question we have, what is a book that has made you cry? Or if you don't cry, one that really moved you. Okay, so I've got a couple that really quickly come to mind. One is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I bawled my eyes out to that one. And also The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I bawled my eyes out to that one too. Oh, and Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Sobbing mess. So those 3 are the ones that are coming to mind right now. I'm sure there's been others. But yeah, those are like top of my mind at the moment. Those are the ones I'm thinking of. What is a book that you didn't even know how you felt about? So I know there's been a few, but the one that I'm thinking of right now is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. I don't even know what that book was. Like, what happened? What is going on with that book? Like, it was the craziest thing ever. And then I was like watching the live show for the Literally Dead book club, and I was like, wait, you can read this in different ways? Like, maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I read it in this other way. But I'm like, I am not going back to that book and rereading it. Oh my gosh. I was just like, that book is a ride and a half. A ride and a half. So yeah, that one, still don't know what in the heck I think or feel about it at all. Yeah, okay. Are you more likely to read on a sunny day or a cloudy day? I have no preference. If it's cloudy out, I love to curl up in my heated blanket and have some coffee and just have a snack and snuggle, and I can totally enjoy and be in my zone reading there. Sunny out, adore it. Let's open the windows. Let's go sit outside, soak in some of the sun's rays. Totally happy to do that as well. But I do prefer sunny weather in general. The sun makes me happy. I like the sun. I would way rather be hot than cold. So, but I will totally read in either weather. Do you usually set the mood when you read? Music, lights, smells, etc.? Occasionally. I have occasionally gotten more into like putting the YouTube little like ambiances in the background. So sometimes I'll do that. I don't really feel like I enjoy the summery ones as much. So, but like during the winter, I like to put like the crackling fire, or like just like a cozy little library or something, or a blizzardy cold type thing. I don't know. Much more of a fall wintry in that area. And Or sometimes like I was reading pirate books recently, and I put like a pirate ship cabin ambiance on. So I do that sometimes, but not that often. And occasionally I'll light a candle or, you know, something like that. But for the most part, I don't. Usually I pick up my book when I can, when my family's not, you know, taking priority and needing something, or I'm not hanging out with them or enjoying some time with them or whatever. I just pick up a book when I can and I just read. And last question, can you leap from book to book, or do you need buffer time between them? Usually I can leap pretty quickly from book to book, unless it's just something that really hit me hard and I just need a little buffer. Although I will say I usually buffer at least overnight. So like, if say it's like at night, that's when I do most of my reading. If I'm reading a book and I finish it and it's like 7:30 and I still have more time to read the rest of the night, sometimes I have a hard time then just immediately picking something up then. Usually I'll just wait that night out and then start anew in the morning. But also I usually have a physical book going and an audiobook going at the same time. So say I finish my physical book at that time, then I probably would just like continue into my audiobook that I had already started. I just won't start a fresh new book until the next day. Because, I don't know, that's kind of weird logic, but it just works for me. So there you go. That was a really fun, short and sweet little just chit chat tag, and you guys get the train, of course. And so almost missed it. I almost missed it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed and that you subscribed if you haven't already. And if you're back, that hi, just hi. Say hi to me down below. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.